new space for greener pastures, natikman namin yung kahirapan. Kaya do not, pagka ganun ang kasalanan mo, lalo na maliliit, talagang habulin kita. But, not with the small tao, kasi kawawa eh. Kawawa na ang sitwasyon nila. Pumupunta na sila sa labas, magtrabaho, and yet they are detained for something that is a fabrication. Diyan talaga ako galit, sa totoo lang. Even sa Davao, alam ng mga tao. Pag may nagsumbong sa akin na mahirap, na inaano mo, pinupuntahan kita talaga, binubugbog ko sa harap yan sa complainant. Basta maliit na tao pumunta sa akin, ma-police, whatever, ma-barangay captain, pagka ginala mo isang mahirap at nakita ko wala namang kasalanan except na you want to assert your superior authority and at the slightest reason, ang gaan ng kamay mo magbugbog ng tao, talagang pinapatawag kita doon sa ano. Alam ng lahat ng pulis yan, buong Davao. May kwarto just before the washroom. May maliit mo na kwarto na tama-tama, 2 tao lang. Doon ko pinapatay ng bugbog yung mga, yan sabi ko, nagpapahirap sa tao. And good as any other time to say this. There are many cases of itong demolition. Ganito na lang, if you are the owner of the house and you want to develop it into a commercial something, and tanongin kita how much do you intend to pour into the project. And if you say, escape the rigors of trouble and, ako na ang bahala. Ako na ang bigyan ninyo ng munting lupa lang na matirahan. At ako na ang makiusap sa tao. I will take care of, convincing them of the righteousness of your claim. Kasi squatter is squatter. Huwag na natin dramahin pa. Pero nakakaawa talaga rin. So, yan ang ng PDP. When we take our oath, it's left. For ang PDP is left-oriented. We are not I'm not a communist. I've never been. Paano ako maging komunista? Piskal ako noon. Tapos vice mayor. But I share the same horizon sa left. Kaya kami nagkaintindihan. That's the reason why wala kaming away sa left na baskin magmurahan kami ni Season. Pababa, wala kaming, there's no dynamics to talk of actually. Nakakapasok kami ng gubat, kapasyal kami. It's because we are friends. Kaya nga ako nagpakipag-away na rin sa kanila ngayon. Maybe I have lost some of them along the way in friendship. But still, by and large, naintindihan nila ako because ako lang ang nakapagsalita ng tokatis nila. Because I said, pareho kami na land reform. Hanggang ngayon, hindi ko man lang I do not banner it. But I have about 60,000 hectares na ang lupa na ibinigay ko. Kasali na dyan ang lupa ng gobyerno. Sinabi ko sa DAR, kay Castigliones, pag gobyerno yan, you ask sino may-ari na ahensya, to whom this land belongs. Tapos kung wala ka mang sabihin mo, do you have any plans for the next how many years? Kung wala kang plano, sabi wala, there is no in the works or in the drawing boards, give it to the people. Bakit patagalin, kugon ang magkikinabang dyan? So lahat ng gobyerno na lupa na suitable for housing, talagang pag nag-occupy yan sila, huwag mo nang just divided equally so that because there maraming mga Pilipino walang lupa. You cannot squat 1 hectare where the others are crowded into a 1/4 hectare na sila lang. Ikaw, usually itong mga professional squatters. I do not like them and they cannot do it to me. You cannot claim any portion larger than the others. Kung anong maibigay ng square meters, yun lang rin ang iyo. But you have to enforce it. Mahirap ko sa national, ang attention ko, ang focus ko sa lahat na bagay na. Pero kung maaari, ganon ang message ko. Talagang hati-hati tayo dito. A little piece of land under the sun. At kayo namang mga professional squatters, para akong nakikinig ng isang crusader na wala dito, wala doon. Yan siya, they make the loudest noise, and when it comes now to the subdividing the place, they claim for them a portion bigger than the others. Kaya yan ang spirit ng PDP. That's why PDP ako. Because I do not do for big business. Kita naman ninyo, I went after the oligarchs. And if that is one achievement that I can be proud of to myself alone, yan. Binirya ko talaga yung lahat sila. So, they are already mga pangalan nila. And sabi ko, at no other time, they won't get anything from me. Rather, I will go after them for their taxes. They have to pay taxes. Lahat sa panahon ko, pinayagan ko ang sugal. Correct. That is true. I do not deny it. Bago sinabi ko, ayaw ko ng sugal. And I never allowed it. But pagdating ng pandemic, naubos ang pera natin. May reserba natin, nagamit natin lahat to contain the viral virus from rampaging all throughout the country. At on this side, I would like to tell you there are so many variants now coming out. Pag lahat yan kailangan ng bakuna, patay na. Our scientists must work double the time to mag-isip talaga kayo. If you have to pour your, matutunaw yung utak ninyo, you must come up with something to help the Filipino. We cannot be dependent, ill afford go on. We must develop, total may pera man tayo. Hindi ko naman minamatay ang mga scientists natin. Maybe for lack of so many things, equipments and all, this, and make some vaccines. Sugal, bakit ko pinayagan? Wala tayong pera eh. Kaya sinabi ko yung noon na tinanggihan ko na kasino sa Bohol, pinasira ko lahat. Diyan sa Boracay, ganun rin. But ngayon, kasi kailangan natin ng pera, the most sensible thing is really just to encourage those activities, though magdusa na muna kayo kasi kailangan ko talaga ang pera para sa bayan. And Dominguez is happy with it. Pogo, pinabalik ko. Sabi ko, sige. Ang akin lang, just pay the correct taxes. Yan lang ang magsugal kayo, may imbento ako, yes, go ahead. If you can win a lotto franchise, go ahead. If you can have something there na pero not on the barangay level. Kasi walang control. Itong mga casino, may mga security guard na. Pero yung sa lasto sa baba, yun yung neighborhood, yung lasto ng sweepstake. Sa Davao, minsan may nahuli, pregnant, with another child, buong bayaran mo yung piyansa kasi pag hindi, sige iyak yan dito buong araw. So, sabi ko sa police, hayaan mo na lang yung ganun muna. Times are not really conducive to being immoralist now. They just have to be pragmatic about it. Kung ano lang talaga ang mapagkipagitaan, kasi hirap tayo. So that is what the PDP stands for. It stands for our country that is really free from intervention. Kaya ako nag-neutral, so I made friends with China, but I never abandoned a relationship with America. Wala naman akong sinabing masakit sa kanila. Pero yung the Filipinos must realize na ang Amerikano nandito, not because instead of fighting it out in the state of California, they would rather do it here in the Philippines. Kung may battleground man tayo. Historically, kung hindi sila napunta rito, at yung World War II, nadali tayo, it's just because nandito sila. Ikaw nandito, yung ibang countries na wala sila, hindi man ginalaw ng Hapon. Water under the bridge. But gano'n na nga. Subjugation. And then, in our land, our forefathers were really treated as second-class citizens, if not as slaves. Kaya matagal naman yan. At hindi sabihin mo, time can erase those lolo ko o tatay ng lolo ko noon. How they must have suffered a foreign subjugation. Friends of China, hindi naman good. If not, okay lang rin sa akin. Because we do not make friends in anticipation of what they can give to us. That is that's stupid. We make friends because we just like to be friends. Now, if your friend is kind to you, then be thankful. Gaya na ng pag-umpisa nitong contagion, wala talaga tayong bakuna. The other nations, we reach bakuna. China was the first also. China now is a great nation and it can compare any learning institution in anywhere institute of MIT. Sabi ng napunta doon sa China, they can compare in parity. Parity is tabla na. So, tinulungan tayo. The first bakuna natin galing sa kanila. Kung hindi ba naman kaibigan yan? Now, the West Philippine Sea, they are there not because they say that they want to add to their territory. They are there because they say that it's theirs under claim of ownership. We also claim it. But we lost the Scarborough Shore. Ang Scarborough Shoal was lost because of the past administration. Trillanes made 16 trips to China the last time after we lost the Scarborough Shoal. Yan ang siya yung shuttle Britain. Sila yung nag-usap si the late President Aquino, si Quisha, ito si Albert. Si Quisha naman, bombastic and fumigated against me. Bakit ko daw hindi gago itong ulol na to? Punta ka daw mga isda ka saan? Hindi lang basta mabutit na nga, may delineation na nga. No? They allow the Filipinos. They want itong gusto ko neo-Filipinos. You do not even look a Filipino, shut up. So, itong partido natin stands for really the people. What is our program? We will correct. Wag na tayo magsagi housing. I will not promise kung ako, if I run as Vice President, which you want me to do so, maybe I will. But wag na tayo mag-promise ng mga pabahay lahat. If they are ordered to go out of the house of the land, and their houses are destroyed because they are occupying it illegally, then dyan tayo papasok. We promise, wala akong, what should make PDP proud? I said, I will go for free education. That's a promise ko sa kampanya yan. And I did. Sabi ko, hospital libre na. Andyan yung malasakit. Nego, senator ko. Nandyan na. I promise you, talagang gusto niya maging criminal talaga. It's being curtailed. Sabi ko sa droga, sabi na basta isang pagkakamali lang. Lalo na sabi ko na permits. Basta regulatory, yan ang pera. Bantay kayo dyan. The less regulation that we can impose upon the people, the better. Many regulations, many signatures needed, and the opportunity for corruption is there. Itong dito sa Maynila, at least nandito si chairman ng MMDA, siya na ang bahala dyan na itong permit, business permit is a very simple thing. The government buys so many computers, more than they can even handle it in their offices. Others buy it because of may mga cut sila dyan. So, baski na sobra-sobra na. And the computer is fast. But the employees are it can be processed in 2 days. Bakit buwanan? Because doon sa maraming table na dadaanan, each table, upuan niya yan, hanggang magka-almoranas ang mga putang ina. Para madali. Yan ang balita ko, thousands para. Oh my God. Pareho man tayo, Davao. Sino bang napunta ng Davao? Davao is really a beautiful city. It's a big city. It's a sprawling city, actually. Kung sa gabi makita mo, because it's all sodium. Nung mayor ako, sabi ko sodium because the orange light looks. Ganon ang Davao. Maganda sa marami ng mayaman. Because it is a frontier land. Marami days, 3 days. Sabi ko, pagdating ng 3 days, dapat ang gawain ng mayor is 3 days after, may black book, then wag mo nang ibigay doon sa nag-apply ng permit. After 3 days, you exceeded the number of days given you, you give the permit to me with an explanation bakit inabot ka ng 3 araw. If you cannot explain, I can as boundary ng Davao del Norte, boundary ng Davao del Sur. Merong mga opisina doon. Doon ka. Mas productive ka doon kung maglinis ka ng baril sa mga NPA. Yan ang iyong ganon o. Ang mga pulis dito, minsan, pinadala ko sa hulo. Ewan ko sino pang nabuhay o patay. That's what you get for being so stupid. Sinabi na nga, do not allow our country to be destroyed by drugs. Maging narco-politics tayo. Malapit na. They were able to get power because of the money generated sa drugs. Kita mo naman. Pati pulis nila, pinapatay nila. Yung pulis na gusto magtrabaho, binabaril dyan sa Espinosa, shot to policeman sa nagalit siya na doon sa market. Kasi market day. Binaril ang 2 pulis. Kita yung power ng pera na akala mo madala mo na sa Well, it remains a very debatable question na mag-corrupt mo ba ang tao o hindi. Sabi nila, depende sa pera. Kung hindi ka mag-corrupt ng 1 million, 10 million, babagsak ka talaga. Yung ayaw mo ng 10 million, 20 million. Ganoon sa mga BIR. Kakausap ko nga siya yung BIR natin ngayon, kanina, bago kayo dumating. Sabi ko, ganoon ang kasama ko sa dormitoryo rin, anak lang rin ng mahirap. Magkaharap kami ng kwarto. Ganoon yan eh. Depende na may mga tao, hindi ko na lang isali sarili ko, na you can, at my age 76, bigyan mo man ako ng isang truck na pera, anong gawin ko? I cannot travel anymore. Though I was a pilot when I was young, I could no longer tolerate yung sa taas. Hinahilom maano na ako. Yung pagkain, limitado. Hindi ka makakain ng gano'n kasi masama sa kidney mo. Hindi ka naman kainom. Nawasa na lang. Kasi ang nawasa, minsan watak-watak pa ang mga yawa. You have to fix that goddamn agency. Totoo. Maski anong pahanap mo ng mga tao, ng tino, may mga gago talaga. Buisit. So yan ang, it stands, we stand against corruption. We stand for the people. Program of government, we focus on the existing. Yang by the end of 5 years, so 6 years, mayroon ang lahat bahay ng Pilipino. Long range yan. Baka kaya, who knows? Baka kaya niya. Madali man kaya niya mag-isip. Madali mag-isip eh. Ang tulay, madali mag-construct ng tulay. Imaginin mo lang, ang problema, paano paggawa niyang Tanginang tulay na yan. Hindi ganun kadali. So, wag ako, wala tayong promises. Kung tatakbo ako vice presidente, hindi ko kaibigan yung maging presidente, I would be reduced to inutility. Pero somehow, kung nandyan ako, I will find a way to be productive. And just see to it that the Filipinos are not really pushed. So, alam naman ninyo yung PDP, nandyan naman lahat. We have the long range and the short solutions. Ako, kasi kung magtakbo ako at maawa ang Panginoong Diyos, manalo pa ako. Kung may boboto pa sa akin, kung lahat lang PDP ang boboto lang, tapos wala na tayo. The time to recruit a new breed. We cannot be too presumptuous about these things, you know. Hindi, So, yan ang message ko, tatanggapin ko yan. I need not really read, yung ko lang, recover letters. Yes, okay.
Mr. President, if I may.
Yes.
First of all, I'd like to acknowledge via Zoom. We have Senator Ronaldo Bato de la Rosa, Congresswoman Rida Robes, Governor Daquila Carlo Dax Cua, Mayor Edwin Olivares of Parañaque, of course our Secretary Carlo Alexi Nograles, Secretary Noel Felonco of NAPSI, Chairman Benjamin Benhor Abalos of MMDA, Chairman Franklin Quijano of NCSC, Director General Charito Plaza of PESA, Executive Director Penelope Belmonte, NPDC, Undersecretary Martin Bidino of the Mr. Norman Fulgencio, Deputy Secretary General, NCR, PDP-Laban, Commissioner Yvette Contacto, PACC, former Legal Affairs of PDP-Laban, Attorney Tobias Xavier, Deputy Commissioner of BI, Attorney Marie Katrina Nicole Contacto, Youth Affairs, PDP-Laban, Mr. Alonso Casaclag, and Attorney Rogelio calling his support for you to run for Vice President. As we have mentioned earlier, Mr. President, the resolution for you to run for Vice President is not only of PDP, but it also of all other parties, especially when we met in Cebu. So the calling for you to run for president is because of the desire of the people, not only PDP, for the transition of leadership, so that there will be a transition of leadership that will ensure para po matuloy lang yung programa na sinimulan ninyo sa paglaban sa droga, terorismo, poverty, at katahimikan po. Sagutin ninyo in a positive way para sa ganon matapos na pa rin yung haka-haka pangamba ng iba pong membro. Mr. President, with your peers, Raul Ambino, to also express the sentiments of the people when we went around to meet them.
Thank you. Magre-report po ako in my capacity as Presidential Advisor for Northern Luzon at Administrator and CEO ng Cagayan Economic Zone Authority. 2 beses po kayo napunta na po doon sa CESA, Mr. President. At sana po this year makapunta po ulit kayo dahil nagbago na po yung itsura po ng CESA. Magmula po nung huli kayo nagpunta po roon. Malapit ko na pong matapos yung pangalawang port doon sa CESA. Bago na po yung port San Vicente, natapos ko na po yon. Investment po ng CESA. Malapit ko na pong matapos yung Port Irene, 400 meters length po yung Port Irene, magiging international seaport na po yon. At magiging international container terminal at logistic hub sa Northern Luzon po yung Port Irene. Malapit ko na rin pong matapos yung 8 warehouses doon sa Port Irene. At malapit ko na rin pong matapos yung CESA Corporate Center and Commercial Center. Lahat po ito, yung pera po na kinita po ng SESA during my time, magmula po nung pinaupo po, kinita po ng SESA sa improvement po ng ecozone. At na-encourage ko po yung mga investors ng SESA, may git pong 3 billion pesos na po yung infrastructure na tinayo rin po ng mga private investors. Kahit na po panahon po ng pandemic, tuloy-tuloy po yung trabaho po roon. So, we will invite you, Mr. President, to come again to SESA and please inaugurate these infrastructure projects, maybe third quarter this year. Mr. We'll send you the invitation, sir.
Yes.
Importation po ng cars, ang inaalaw ko lang po importation po roon, mga merchandise related po sa construction, build, semento, bakal, yero, construction materials po para makatulong po sa buong Northern Luzon. And in my capacity as Presidential Advisor for Northern Luzon po, umiikot po kami, kausap ang mga LGUs at saka mga line agencies of government. Ang focus po namin, Mr. President, ay yun pong economic development and social services. Gusto po namin makapagtayo ng additional ecozones doon po sa Northern Luzon. Doon po sa probinsya ng Pangasinan, meron pong pending na ecozone po sa munisipyo po ng Binalonan. Tapos na po lahat ang papeles, nandito na po sa Office of the President for your signature, yung proclamation. Meron pa pong mga proposals na maliliit na ecozone sa Ilocos Sur, La Union, Nueva Vizcaya, Nueva Ecija, and other provinces po sa Northern Luzon. Pagdating naman po sa politika po, Mr. President, katulad sinabi ni Secretary Cusi, yung pag-ikot po namin, napunta po kami sa probinsya ng Pangasinan, nakasama rin po ako sa Mindoro.